Whoa, you are back. Welcome. And if you are new to the channel, then also welcome. And in this video, we will be looking at the tech that happened in 2021, and it will be a recap of tech that happened in 2021. So let's get started with the video. So let me tell you first some things, that this is not gonna be sequential like from January to December. It will be random, and I have categorized the launches and everything that happened in tech into some categories, so it will be category wise. So let's get started with the video. Let's kick off the video with smartphone category. So Apple launched their iPhone 13 series, 4 models: the mini, the vanilla, the pro and the pro max, following the similar design pattern of iPhone 12 series, the latest iOS 15 and new and improved cameras and hardware. Then we saw the launch of Pixel 6 series, the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro with completely different designs, and Android 12 with Material You, and one of the best camera smartphone of 2021. But sadly they are not coming to India. That's so mean of Google. But the rumors are there that Pixel 6a, their budget Pixel 6 series smartphone, would be coming to India, so that's pretty great. Then we saw Samsung banishing its Note lineup. So Samsung is officially done with their Note lineup. This year they did not launch the Note 21 and the Note 20 and Ultra, and replacing the Note lineup is their Fold lineup. So Samsung launched two foldable smartphones in 2021, the Samsung Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3, and Z Flip 3 is the only smartphone in India, only foldable smartphone in India that comes under the price tag of 1 lakh rupees, so that's very great. Then we also saw some smartphones with under display camera, and one of them is Samsung Z Fold 3. And this year we celebrated the Diwali of smartphones also. No, not Amazon or Flipkart Diwali sale, but the blast of smartphones. In 2021 many smartphones blasted, and the winner of that blast contest is the OnePlus Nord 2. OnePlus Nord 2 blasted several times and lot of times this year. Then we also saw some smartphones that launched with 1-inch camera sensor, the Sharp Aquos R6, the Leica Leads Phone 1 and the Sony Xperia Pro I, the only 3 smartphones in the world to have a 1-inch camera sensor. Then we also saw the launch of Vivo X70 series, and Vivo X70 Pro Plus is arguably the best Android camera smartphone, and it is not me who is saying this, but most of the tech reviewers are saying that the Vivo X70 Pro Plus is the best Android camera smartphone out there. And also we saw the launch of a disaster, the Jio Phone Next, which was pretty much a disaster. Then we also saw some smartphones with 120 watt fast charging, and some of them are Redmi 11 series and Redmi Note 11 series. And there was also a side news from smartphone industry that LG officially closed down their smartphone business, their phone business. So LG is officially done with the smartphone business. And last, the smartphone shipment. So the smartphone shipment of 2021 is expected to be 160 to 168 million, which is not very big compared to last year thanks to COVID. Oh, I forgot to tell you that the OnePlus Oxygen OS is now officially merged into Oppo's ColorOS. Now coming to the chips and processors. So first, 2 new companies entered the smartphone chipset market. First one is Google with its Google Tensor chip, which is available in Pixel 6 series, and it is a flagship grade processor. And second one is Unisoc with its budget processors like the Unisoc T610 and the Unisoc T700. There are only 2 processors available by the Unisocs, and soon Unisoc will be launching more processors. And also we saw the launch of Intel's 12th Gen Alder Lake CPUs, and finally after a long time Team Blue is on the win side. Yes, Intel has finally beat AMD CPUs after a long time. Then we saw MediaTek launching its MediaTek Dimensity 2000 processor, and finally MediaTek has entered the flagship market. Yes, flagship kind of market. And the Dimensity 2000 was the first Android chipset to hit the 1 million Antutu benchmark, so that was great. But soon after, Qualcomm dropped its bombshell, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset. And yes, it is called Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, not 898 or 895. So this is the most powerful chipset on any Android smartphone, and it became second smartphone to cross the 1 million Antutu benchmark. Then we also saw the launch of A15 Bionic chip from Apple, the most powerful chip on mobile devices. And I'm saying mobile devices, and I'm not including laptops here, the smartphones and the tablets. And then we also saw the launch of M1 Max and M1 Pro chipsets for MacBooks, new MacBooks, and these are the successors of last gen M1 chipset, and these are very power efficient and powerful chipsets, and they do not require any cooling system like the Intel or AMD chipsets. And then we also saw silicon chip shortage, which is continuing to prevail, and it is expected that the 2022 would be worse year than the 2021 in terms of chip shortage, and the smartphone shipments have been affected due to this chip shortage. And then we also saw the launch of smartphones with LPDDR5 RAM, the successor to the LPDDR4X RAM, and we also saw the launch of DDR5 RAMs for computer devices, so that was great. Coming to the desktop and laptop segments, so finally this year we saw the laptops with RTX 3000 series cards from every major brand like Asus, Acer, HP, Dell, Alienware. Dell and Alienware are the same, but every major brand launched their laptops with RTX 3000 series cards. Then we saw the entry of 3 smartphone companies into the laptop segment, and the first one is Realme with its Realme Book with its best in class 2K display in its price range and MacBook like design. And then we saw Redmi launching the Redmi G gaming laptop at aggressive price and humongous specifications. And last but not least, Infinix launching the Infinix InBook X1 series starting at 37,000 rupees at aggressive price point, and they too have their some of the best in class segment features. Then we saw the launch of all AMD laptops in India from the likes of Asus, like the Asus ROG Strix G15 AMD Advantage Edition with Ryzen 9 5900HX and RX 6800M graphics card, and from MSI the MSI Alpha 15 with Ryzen 7 5800H and RX 6600M graphics card. And then yes, the GPU shortage in the market due to mining. So in the lockdown many people tried mining, and due to this mining GPU shortage happened in the PC market, and prices of GPU or graphics card shot up. But the major chunk of the miners were in China, so after China banning the crypto mining, the GPU prices came down. But again, silicon chip shortage also affected the prices of GPU, and still GPUs or graphics card are selling at much higher rate than their actual price. So we are witnessing this, and Razer CEO said that the situation is going to be more worse and the prices are going to be increased. Then we also saw the launch of new iPhone-ish MacBooks, and why I'm saying that, because this year Apple launched their MacBooks 2 with notch. So new MacBooks are with notch, but apart from that the display is top notch, the hardware is top notch, and the great battery life are great features from MacBooks. Then we saw the launch of Windows 11, and finally after a long time Windows launched their Windows 11 new Windows, which is not yet optimized completely for the PCs, but soon it is going to be optimized, and it is lighter than Windows 10, and also it is capable of running Android apps natively in Windows, so you don't need any emulator like BlueStacks to use Android apps in your PC. Then coming to gaming category, and in gaming category, first PUBG New State was launched in 2021, and Free Fire Max was also launched in 2021. And then we saw the launch of Cyberbug 2.0, yes, the long awaited trilogy, GTA trilogy definitive edition. It became the Cyberbug 2.0, lot of bugs. So Rockstar has fixed a lot of bugs in trilogy, but there are still many bugs remaining. Then we saw the announcement of WWE 2K22, which should have been released in October 2021, but they are releasing in March 2022, so hoping for the best. We also saw the debut of PS5 in India. It was launched in late 2020, but it arrived in India in 2021, and still the PS5 is not always in stock. Then we saw the launch of GTA 6.
Wait a minute!
No, not the launch of GTA 6, but the GTA 5 enhanced and expanded version, and fans are furious with this. In fact, the GTA 5 enhanced and expanded edition trailer is the most disliked trailer on the PlayStation channel, so you can imagine the anger of fans, and Rockstar is not listening to the fans. Then we also saw the gameplay of Indian AAA game title Mumbai Gullies by Nikhil Malankar, Gameon Studios. So he has released the early stage gameplay of the Mumbai Gullies, and it looks beautiful, although the work is still going on the Mumbai Gullies. We also saw the trailer of Balloon game, which is a semi-open world game, and it is also an Indian game, so makes us proud, and it will be a AAA title game, don't worry about that. Then we also saw the launch of COD Vanguard, which people praised a lot, and then there was hype around Battlefield 2042, but it came to be a disaster for a lot of fans, because when they saw the COD Vanguard, they found the graphics of Battlefield 2042 not very good. Now coming to the last category, so finally Facebook has changed its name from Facebook to Meta, and Mark Zuckerberg revealed the future of internet, the metaverse. If you want to know in detail about the metaverse, then you should check out this video by Mr. Who's the Boss. Then we also saw that Tesla is still not in India. Still Tesla has not been launched in India, but it is being tested for India, but still not launched in India. Then also one more thing that is not still launched in India, the 5G is still not in India, and it may be launching next year, but this year is no chance. Then we saw the price hikes in the recharge plan made by the SIM operator, majorly private telecom operators except BSNL. BSNL is government telecom operator, but every other private telecom operator has raised their recharge plan price. And also we saw the launch of electric scooter by Ola in India, the Ola S1 and S1 Pro. We also saw Carl Pei leaving OnePlus and starting its own brand called as Nothing, and the Nothing has also launched their first product called as Nothing Ear 1, and it is their first TWS earphone with great design and exceptional design, I can say. And then we also saw Jack Dorsey leaving the CEO position of Twitter, and Parag Agrawal, an Indian, claiming that position, so makes us Indian proud. We also saw a lot of growth in TWS market of India, and both claiming the most of the market share of TWS earphones. And we also saw Elon Musk playing with the world's richest person position, going to the richest person position, then coming back, then going and then coming back. The playing of Elon Musk with that position is still continuing. And last but not least, we saw world's first living robots which can reproduce. Yes, the robots can now reproduce also, and these are called as Xenobots, and these were developed by some researchers which were led by the researchers of University of Vermont. So you can know the future of AI and robots. So that was it, that was the video, and that was the Tech 2021 in a nutshell. I know I haven't covered a lot of points and lot of launches, lot of events that happened in tech in 2021, but it is not possible to cover all of these points. But I have covered all the major launches and events that happened in tech in 2021. So that was it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, this is Karan Garde signing off.